Good morning, everyone. I haven't been on in a while, and I wanted to come on and just kind of give an update where I'm at. I'm feeling good. As you can see, my hair is all back. I've had probably 4 haircuts now since my hair came back. And yeah, I'm keeping it short. I'm not going to grow it out. It's just easier after all this, but it's great. It came back thick. I lost my curl though from chemo. I had curly hair before that, and so it came back thick but no curls. But that's what chemo does. I'm still doing oral chemotherapy. It's a pill that I take every day, twice a day, and for the most part I'm feeling pretty good. There's days where it does upset my stomach, and I have stomach pain, stomach cramps, diarrhea, nausea, and I have meds for that. I have a prescription for nausea med if that's bad, and I've taken that a few times. I have things for the stomach cramps and diarrhea, and I take that, but if I need to. But I'm feeling pretty good. Otherwise, I'm tired. My energy is definitely not what it normally is, but that's one of the side effects as well. And then other than that, I'm feeling, pretty decent. We are getting ready. A week from tomorrow, we leave for Florida for a week, and very excited. Kind of a celebration trip, that I'm still in remission. Was it last Saturday or the Saturday? Let's see. No, it was two Saturdays ago. I had a PET scan, and that came back all normal. So no cancer cells that they could see, no cancer spots or new tumors or anything like that. So it's staying in remission, which is great. It'll be 2 years this coming October from when I found my lump and started this whole thing. So that's a good feeling, that I'll be coming up on 2 years out and feeling good. And I don't know if you can tell from this view, but I have lost 30 pounds too, because you would think it would be the opposite when I went through chemo and radiation, especially chemo. When I was getting chemo, I was getting steroids every time I got a chemo infusion. I'm trying to adjust it. And I'm telling you, steroids they're not nice. They make you feel bloated and hungry and big. And then between the steroids and the nausea, I ate stuff all the time because then I felt better. So then what happened is I gained a bunch of weight, and even though I had nauseous days, I took the nausea pills and that helped with that. So I decided, once I got through all that and I got through my surgery, because I had a hysterectomy in September, last September, and then I had a colonoscopy after that in October. Then I hit it hard and started losing weight, and I feel so much better because I feel like that is even really helping me feel more like myself. So, and that's hard too when you feel yucky, and so, and your weight isn't what you normally are. So I did that. I've kind of cut out the sweets. I have a terrible sweet tooth, and it's been very difficult because there's many times that I would just love to have a sweet and I don't do it. And then also I've started exercising, where I walk a mile every day. I have missed some days here and there, because I've had some sicknesses in there too. In March, when I was going through chemo, I got COVID, dealt with that. During chemo, that was very difficult. That was a really hard week. And then over Christmas, I got sick again. and tested positive for COVID on Christmas Day. So, COVID again. So I fought through that, and then I was good till about second week in March, maybe, or maybe it was the beginning of March. Anyway, I got a really bad cold. It was worse than COVID. I'm not kidding. But it was all in my head. It was all nasal and head congestion and like sinuses. Well, that went on for 4 weeks, and then it turned into a sinus infection and a bronchial infection. So I just finished antibiotics for that. So now if I can just stay well, it'd be great. But I don't always stay well. So hopefully that's that, because when I had COVID over Christmas, that threw my liver functions. They were so high, and my oncologist was worried that, okay, is it just the COVID, or is there something going on with your liver? Then I started thinking, oh Lord, is there cancer spots now in my liver, or what is going on? Well, it turned out that it was just the COVID, because once I got far enough out from that and I was finally over with it, then my liver function started to go down and finally got back to normal. That was difficult, because that was, I felt so crappy, and I tested positive on Christmas Day, and I stayed positive for 2 weeks after that. It took 2 weeks a good 2 weeks before I finally tested negative. So maybe close to 3. But anyway, it was a long time. When I had COVID in March, I was really sick, but I tested positive, and then 6 days later I was negative. So it really hit me hard. So I'm trying to stay well. I wear a mask at work because I work in healthcare, and I room patients, and I'm around people all day. So whether they're sick or not, I wear a mask when I room people. Then when I go back to my desk, to do other stuff, then I take my mask off. But I'm just trying so hard to stay well. I'm taking way too many prescription medications, and then I take multivitamin, vitamin D, and elderberry to try to help my immune system. And so that's where I'm at. Today is my daughter's 16th birthday, so we're gonna go out tonight for supper and celebrate. She's working on her license. No, she's not taking her test today for her license. She's got a ways to go. She took driver's ed this past summer, and then I don't think she got her permit till late September. It took her a couple of times to pass it, and then she finally got that, and I think she knew the material. I just don't think she was confident in herself, and because I think she could have passed the first time. She's actually very smart, intelligent. She just doesn't have confidence. The last time she took it, she told herself, I'm going to do this, and she did it. She's been practicing driving, had some behind the wheel, so we'll get there. So that's exciting, and we're celebrating. We're having an early Easter kind of sweet 16 party on Sunday with some family and a friend. So that'll be fun, and then we hit it hard to pack, and we leave very early next Saturday. We have to get up at about 3, leave at 3:30 a.m. to drive to where we leave our car, and then shuttle to the airport because our flight leaves at 7:07. We prefer these early flights because then we get there and we have a good part of the day. So that's why we're doing that. But very excited. Didn't get to do anything last year because that was all chemo and radiation and surgeries. So I think we're due for a trip and a little celebration. So yes, I'm very much looking forward to that. Other than that, not a whole lot is going on, which is kind of nice. Still, I have plenty of appointments. when I first started the oral chemo, I was at 2-week appointments, and it felt like forever because then my liver functions were thrown off, and then she had to keep seeing me and check labs frequently, and then that got better, so then I finally got to go to every month. Now I'm finally out to every 3 months for oncology, but then this week I had a physical. I still have a thyroid ultrasound coming up because I had a lump in my thyroid and they've seen it on the PET scan, and she wants an actual ultrasound. We don't think it's anything, but she does want it. My oncologist does want an ultrasound. And then next month in May I see the eye doctor, and then in June I see the dermatologist for a yearly skin check. So it's like there's so many appointments. Appointments never end, and especially as you get older, it's like, can you just have some time and have nothing? I would just love a quiet, uneventful few, days or however long without appointments, without anything. But it's the way it is. So, so that's what's happening. We also are getting ready. When we get back from our Florida trip, we're going to get our camper out and get that ready for camping season. We have a bunch of camping trips booked and planned this summer, so we're excited about that. We got our camper last year, and it was so much fun, so much better than tenting, and so we're so excited to use that again this year. So, yeah, lots more to look forward to this summer. Playing a bunch more golf, hopefully, and just enjoying summer because our winters are so long that we have to enjoy our summers. So, and we have to do as much fun stuff as we can in the summers. And they go fast. So, living here in Minnesota. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to do, was just pop on and give you an update. It got a little longer than I thought it was going to be. I hope you're all doing good. It's Friday. I hope you all have a great Friday and a great weekend. And I'll try to update more often, but there just hasn't been a whole lot until my PET scan. So if anything, I'll update after my ultrasound. But yeah, just trucking along on my oral chemotherapy, just wanting to get that done. I still have my port in because they draw blood out of that because I have such difficult veins. It's easier just to draw out of this port here. It's kind of become a permanent fixture. It'll be nice when I get to the day that can be removed, but I don't really feel it, so it's okay. But yeah, so until next time, I appreciate anybody that comes on, listens to my videos. If there's one person that I can make a difference about going through cancer, breast cancer that I've gone through, that would be worth it in itself, making these videos. Just one person, if I made a difference, because it is a tough journey. It's a lot to go through. It's a lot to process. It's a lot to mentally take in and deal with. And so yeah, if it can make a difference, if people ever have questions, throw them on here. I will be more than happy to answer them. I would love to talk to anybody that ever would want to talk. That's a big thing when you go through something like this, is having people to talk to, and people that you can relate to, that have been through something similar, and can, totally feel what you're feeling and know what that's like. And because all the emotional support that you get is what gets you through. That and prayers. Pray. The prayers that I got and the support that I had, whether it's family, friends, co-workers, that means the world when you're going through that. And anybody that you can talk to, that you can relate to, that you can vent to, that you can lean on, do it. Find anybody. I would be happy to and love to talk to anybody and tell them, anything that they want to know from going through it myself. Now, I know there's people that are, way worse than I, because I was stage 2 you know, and I know there's people that are stage 3, stage 4, but from my perspective, from what I've gone through, the stage that I had and the treatments and stuff, you know, I would be happy to give anybody encouraging words. Stay strong. If you're going through this, stay positive. Take one day at a time. It's so hard, but you have to stay strong. You have to tell yourself on the daily, I can do this. I can get through this. Keep reminding yourself that. And even on the really tough days, just stay strong. And in the end, when you get through this, you are so much stronger. I've become so much stronger since I've gone through this. I look at life differently. I don't take anything for granted. I appreciate where I am in life. And so it changes you, and it's changed me for the better, because I just look at life totally differently, and I am so grateful and thankful for where I'm at and for what I've gotten through. So on that note, I've rambled long enough. I hope you all have a great day, a great weekend. Like I said, I love anybody that's come on and listened, that's given me a like, that's subscribed. You know, if you can do that, I so much appreciate it. Yeah, anybody that listens to my videos, I love you all that have done that, and I appreciate anybody that's done that. And I just thank you. And until my next video, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.